Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This ABC Sports Exclusive brought to you by Firestone. Makers believe Field Mountain Radio 721. That begins about Firestone. By Chevrolet, like baseball, hot dogs, and apple pie, Chevrolet is an American favorite.
And hello, everybody, and welcome to Strat-O-Matic, American League Strat-O-Matic Replay 1978, every pitch, every play. Let's take you to the field so we don't forget like we did last night, as we'll be taking you to Comiskey Park in Chicago. Again, not one of my favorite ballparks that Strat-O-Matic did come out with. So let's go ahead and switch to field 253, give us a new look, and we'll go ahead and play ball. Again, pardon my voice. Hopefully we can get through this. Let's play ball here. So here are the records of today's game so far. It will be Jesse Jefferson on the mound for the Bluejays. They are 2-1 on the year. And the Chicago Whitesoxs will be Ken Krevick. Their record is 0-3 on the year. Lineup for the Blue Jays today will be Bosetti, Baylor, and Howell, Carty, Mayberry, Velez, and Orge, Gomez, Cerrone. For the White Sox defensively, it's Gar, Lemon, and Bonds, Soderholm, Kessinger, Orta, and Johnson, Nahana Rodney, and on the mound is Ken Krevick. He's a workhorse. He'll kind of give you 7 good strong innings, 200 innings pitched. Here in Comiskey Park, singles are 1-12s, home runs are 1-7. So here we go, here at Comiskey Park. Krevick looks on, gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Rick Bosetti. And Rick Bosetti, it's a drive in the left center field for a base hit. So Bosetti's on with the hit. I will be managing the White Sox today, trying to get their first win of the year. So go ahead and turn them off. So here is Krevick. Now Bosetti can run. They are at +2 or 3 to run. Here's the pitch, and it is. Struck him out. Good pitch there. Here's Roy Howell, 385 hitter, no home runs, 1 RBI, left matchup. Krevick from the stretch, and here's the pitch. That'll be a ground ball short, double play. Kessinger to second, to first, and 2. Toronto nothing. Here come the White Sox. For the Blue Jays, it's Baylor, Bosetti, Velez, Howell, Gomez, Orge, Mayberry, Cerrone, and Jefferson. This is Jefferson's first outing of the year. He can be considered a workhorse. 212 innings. So both these pitchers could give you long outings if they pitch well enough. Here's Ralph Gar hitting 154. Jefferson with the windup. Here's the pitch. That will be a ground ball back to the mound. Throws them out 1 away. And here's George Orta hitting 273, a couple doubles. Jefferson with the windup. Here's the pitch to Orta. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. Good play by Gomez. 3-17. Throws them out 1 away. 2 outs. Here is Lamar Johnson. Jefferson with the windup. Johnson hitting 462 and 13 at-bats. Jefferson with the windup. And that will be a line drive caught by Gomez and retires the side. 3 up, 3 now. Let's go to the second. Toronto nothing. Chicago nothing. Top of the second. Here we are. All right, got a few people hanging out here. We're going to thank you for an early evening. Ken Krevick on the mound pitching to a very lefty-loving Rico Carty. He's actually even got power all over the place. Let's see if Rico can find some. Krevick with the windup. Here's the pitch to Rico Carty. Krevick struck him out. Carty was hitting 273 on the year. Here is John Mayberry hitting a little bit of a slump. 11 at-bats, hitting 182. Krevick at the windup. Lefty-lefty matchup. Pitch to Big John Mayberry. And that's a drive to deep right field. Back goes Bonds. Back, makes the catch. Ballpark home run 1-7. Roll to 14. Here's Otto Velez. He's your lefty slugger in this lineup. First at bat, second at bat of the season, he walked his only time up, and he's got some ferocious power. Krevick at the windup. Here's the pitch to Velez, and that will be a line drive base hit. Ballpark single. So Velez is on first with 2 outs, and here's Garth Orge. Garth Orge playing second base today. Krevick from the stretch. This is Orge. He's 0 for 5 so far. Here's a pitch. Krevick from the stretch. That's a strikeout. We go to the bottom of the second. Toronto nothing. Chicago nothing. Here is Bobby Bonds hitting 182, home run, 2 RBI. Still kind of struggling in that clubhouse. There again, there's talks, trades coming in. Jefferson with the windup here. Here's the pitch to Bobby Bonds. And that's a walk. So Bonds is on. We know he can run. We'll see if we can get the lead on Jesse Jefferson. He gets it automatically. So he goes 65%. He does. He throws him out on a 20. He would have thrown out automatically. So Rick Cerrone throws a howitzer down there. Orge applies the tag. And Bonds is out by a mile. Here's Ron Bloomberg. He's 4 for 9, 2 doubles and 2 homers. So his only hits have been extra base hits. Jefferson with the windup. Here's the pitch to Bloomberg. And Bloomberg gets another base hit. It's going to be a single. So his first regular hit of the year. Runner on first and 1 out for Chet Lemon, hitting .583, 12 at-bats, 2 doubles, a homer, 4 RBIs. Jefferson from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's a strikeout, 2 outs. And here is Eric Soderholm through 11 at-bats, a double, hitting .182. Jefferson from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Soderholm. And that will be a ground ball to second, hit at Orge. That's a tough play to his right. He makes it, throws him out. Good job by Orge. We play 2 here in Chicago. Toronto, nothing, and Chicago, nothing. Here's Luis Gomez, followed by Rick Cerrone and Rick Bosetti against Ken Krevick on the mound. Krevick with the windup. Here's the pitch to Gomez. Base hit, Luis Gomez. Runner on first, nobody out. Here's Rick Cerrone. Let's see what the Blue Jays do. Krevick from the stretch. Looks in, and they throw. It's going to be a ground ball to short. Kessinger, Orta, Johnson, their second double play of the game. Here's Rick Bosetti, singled his first time up. Krevick from the windup. Here's a pitch to Bosetti, and that's a walk. So Bosetti's on again. Let's see if he tries to run here. Krevick looking in. Bob Baylor up. Baylor struck out his first time up. Krevick from the stretch. Here's the pitch. No pitch to him. And it's going to be a line drive base hit for Baylor. Ballpark single again. Bosetti goes to second. 60% on the ballpark chances. And Toronto's gotten 2 of them. First and second, 2 outs for Roy Howell. Krevick from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Howell. And Howell gets a strikeout. Big strikeout there for Ken Krevick. We go to the bottom third. It's no score. 0-4-0 for Toronto. 0-1-0 for the Sox. Kessinger, Nahana Rodney, and Gar, the bat against Jesse Jefferson. Jefferson with the windup. Here's a pitch to Kessinger. And that'll be a walk. So Kessinger is on. Here's Nahana Rodney. Let's see. They brought the corners in, thinking he's going to bunt. He would be a D. So he won't bunt here. Jefferson from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Bill Nahana Rodney. And that's a line drive caught by Howell, 1 away. Here's Gar. He's 0 for 1. Grounded out his first time up. Jefferson from the stretch. Kessinger with the lead. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. Double plays galore today. Short to second to first. We played 3 goose eggs here at Comiskey. Toronto, nothing, and Chicago, nothing. Top of the 4th here. Game 1 of a doubleheader, we hope. Cleve, baseball fan, how you doing? Welcome in. Tonight, again, this is the first game of a doubleheader, we're hoping. This is the White Sox and Blue Jays, and they will take you to Arlington, Texas, as the Detroit Tigers take on the Texas Rangers. And then I'll have 2 more games left on the April 11th slate, and then we'll move to a full slate of games on the 12th. So we're moving along here in the month of April. So we go back to the ballpark. And it will be, whoops, I lost you guys, so I think I made a mistake. Let's make sure we're back in business. We are. So here's Rico Cardi, top of the 4th, 0-4-0 for Rico. So far, he's 2 for 12. Actually, 3 for 12, 2 home runs, 2 and 6 RBIs. Krevick at the windup. Here's the pitch. That will be a walk to Cardi. And here come the Blue Jays getting something started. Here's John Mayberry, flied out his first time up. He is now what they call a struggler. 1 for his first 12, so he's definitely having problems getting his average up. I think he might be 2 for 12. Krevick from the stretch. Here's a pitch to John Mayberry. And Mayberry says, that's struggling. That's in the gap over Chet Lemon's head. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, am I playing Toronto? Are they going to try to score? I think I'm supposed to be playing Chicago. So we'll hold the runners there, second and third. So let's go back here again and change it. So Toronto should be managing by the computer, not me. So second and third, nobody out. They're letting me. They want to know if I want to go on a 1-7. I'm thinking, huh? No, I guess I had it incorrect. So second and third, Now my team, the White Sox, they're saying to play the infield in. I'm playing them back. I think we can come back against Toronto. So we're going to go ahead and play it back. We'll look not to give them a big inning. And Otto Velez definitely has one of those cards against lefties. So far in his first at bat, he's singled. Krevik from the stretch. Nobody out, second and third. He needs a strikeout here. And he walks them, so the bases are now loaded for Garth Orge. Again, we'll bring the infield back. We want outs, not give up a lot of runs. Krevik from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Orge, who absolutely does not have anything on that card. And he fly to right field. That's going to be Cardi on a 7. Nope, they'll hold him. Now there's one away. Now they're saying corners are in. You know what? I want a double play here. So we'll play him back here. We'll see if Toronto can get me a double play. White Sox, Ken Krevik from the stretch. Top of the fourth inning. Toronto trying to get something over, and it's going to be a squeeze. Son of a gun. They threw a squeeze in there. They get the out at first, and it's a safety squeeze. It was bunted off the line, so Krevik's only play was the first, scoring the Toronto's only run. I would call that back on a manager's review and let him redo it, but this is Toronto, and this was Luis Gomez, a light-hitting shortstop. So we'll go ahead and play that as is. When I see Carl Yastrzemski trying to squeeze with the bases loaded, yeah, I pull that back and let him redo that. Krevik from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Cerrone. And that's going to be a fly ball to center, so Ken Krevik will work his way out of it. Toronto does score. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's Toronto 1, Chicago nothing. Orta, Johnson, Bonds, the bat for the Sox. Johnson with the windup. Here's the pitch to Orta. And that'll be a ground ball to short. Tough play for Gomez. He's not going to get it. It's in the hole. He stops it, but no throw, and Orta's on with a single. Let's see if George Orta can get a lead for me today. Probably not. He gets it on a 6, picked on a 5. Let's see. Do we want to try that? -2. Well, if he can get the lead, he gets a 1 to 13 chance. Let's see. He does not, so that's no harm, no foul. Jefferson from the stretch. Lamar Johnson up. Lined out his first time up. He's been a hot hitter for these White Sox. That's a strikeout, 1 away. Here's Bonds. He walked his first time up. And then got thrown out stealing. Jefferson from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Bonds. And that's going to be a strikeout for Bonds. There's 2 outs. Now here's Bloomberg. 1 for 1 with the single. He's 5 for his first 10. 2 doubles and 2 homers. Jefferson from the stretch. Runner on first and 2 outs. Pop the third. Howell's there. Makes the catch. We played 4. Toronto holding on to a 1-0 lead. Top of the 5th here at the ballpark. So, how are you, everyone? And I hope everyone's doing okay. Thank you so much for being here for early baseball here, hopefully for a doubleheader. Here is Rick Bosetti, followed by Baylor and Howell. Krevik on the mound with the wind-up to Bosetti. And that will be a fly ball to center. Lemon is there, makes the catch, and there's 1 away. Here's Bob Baylor. He's 1 for 2. Krevik at the wind-up. Here's a pitch to Baylor. And now we ground ball to short. Kettinger throws him out, and there's 2 outs. Here's Roy Howell. He's so far 3 of 15 with an RBI. Roy Howell was a pretty good ball player. Howell from the stretch, lefty on left matchup. And Howell line drive the short. Kessinger with the play. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 1-0 Toronto. And now here's Chet Lemon, a young-looking center fielder. He'll be followed by Soderholm and Kessinger. Lemon on the years is playing well. In 13 at-bats, has 2 doubles, a homer, and 4 ribbies. Johnson with the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a solid shot to center field over Rick Bosetti's head. That's a stand-up double for Chet Lemon. Here's Eric Soderholm now. Jefferson from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Fly ball left field. That's Baylor. Can he make the play? He can and does. And Lemon had a hold. So 1 away. So now here is Don Kessinger. He walked his first time up, light hitting shortstop. Jefferson from the stretch. Kessinger will swing. And it's going to be a fly ball right field. He can probably go on this. He's going to try. He can go on a 1 to 17. He is. So Chet Lemon does get the extra base in case they can get a wild pitch or a pass ball. Runner on third and 2 outs for Bill Nahan-Rodney. Lined out his first time up. Jefferson from the stretch. Gets the sign and the pitch. That will be a strikeout, and the White Sox leave a man on. We go to the 6th, 1-0 Toronto. So Rico, Cardi, Mayberry, and Velez. Krevik with the windup. Here's a pitch to Carney. And now be a ground ball to third. That's it at Soderholm. Solid play. Makes it one away. Soderholm, 2E19. Solid defender. Here's John Mayberry, 1 for 1 with a double his last time up. Han Rodney puts down the sign. Lefty matchup. Krevik with the windup and the pitch. That will be a struck him out. Mayberry caught one on the inside corner. He walks back disgusted, 2 away. And now here's Otto Velez, a very dangerous hitter against a lefty right now. Krevik looks in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch. And he does. He's a line drive right at Soderholm, retires aside. We go to the bottom of 6. It's 1-0 Toronto. So Jefferson looks in, holding on to a 1-0 lead here. Jefferson, I bet, with 200-plus innings, was a 7. He is a 7, so keep that in mind. Won't be in fatigue until that 7th inning. Johnson with the windup. Here's a pitch to Gar, and that's a base hit for Ralph Gar. So he's on base. We'll see if he can get jump-started here with the lead. Gets it on a 17%, out on 3%, doesn't get it. So here's Orta. It's a C on the bunt, huh? So let's go ahead and bunt. Let's see if we get the White Sox in this game. 81% bunt. Lays it down. It's a good one. Gar goes to second, and he'll be thrown out at first. So George Orta with a nice sack bunt. Small ball here played. You don't see a lot of small ball played on the other channels. Jefferson from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Lamar Johnson. And that's a strikeout, 2 away. Now here's Bonds. He's struggling. He's actually hitting only 167 so far with a home run and 2 ribbies. You can tell, and the fans are giving Bonds some disgust. He knows he doesn't want to be here. Jefferson from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Bobby. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. Tough play for Gomez. He makes it, throws him out. Good job, Luis Gomez. We go to the 7th. Toronto hanging into a 1-0 lead. Top 7 here. And we have a good ball game here. Let's continue baseball. Here's Orge, followed by Gomez and Cerrone. Krevik at the windup. Here's the pitch. This is probably his inning of fatigue. Fly ball center field. That's Lemon. He drops the ball. Lemon had it in his glove, and he drops it. So that will put Orge on. So Chet Lemon only made 9 errors during the year. Found one right there. So now let's see what Toronto does with Gomez. He's the one who had the safety squeeze RBIs last time up. Krevik from the stretch. Here it is. Another bunt for Orge. And they do get him over after fouling it off the first time. So runner on second, 1 out. So the Bluejays really going small ball. Krevik from the stretch. Runner on second, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Cerrone. And it walks him. So now he has a problem on his hands. The White Sox bullpen is going to have to start getting up. And here's Rick Bosetti. 1 for 2. A hit back in the first. Krevik from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Bosetti. That will be a walk, and that does not tire him. So, again, he must have an extra hit in there. I don't think Krevik's an 8. He shouldn't be. He's a 7. So, I guess they only had the 2 hits this inning. Bases loaded, 1 out. They'll play the infield in now. Bob Baylor, the batter, and they're going to come get him now. So, let's see. They're not going to wait for the fatigue on him, and they'll probably go with Ron Schuler, 0-1, ERA. 3 innings pitched, 5 hits. White Sox bullpen, not so good. They got pieces you can work with this team, but you really kind of have to jump through some hoops here. Schuler from the stretch, Bob Baylor up, and here's the pitch. And that's a line drive to Orta, 2 outs. They get a big out. And now here's a dangerous hitter, Roy Howell. Luck of the ballpark here in Chicago doesn't give a lot of home runs. So let's see if Schuler can not make a mistake here. Schuler from the stretch. Here is the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. Great play by Orta. Toronto can't score. Hey, we got a 7th inning stretch, and we got a ball game. Toronto 1, White Sox nothing. 1-5-0 for Toronto, 0-4-1 for the White Sox. Bloomberg, Lemon, Soderholm, the bat against Jefferson. Jefferson with the windup. Here's the pitch to Bloomberg. And that will be a ground ball to short. Again, that's Gomez. Makes the play. Gets him. 1 away. Here is Lemon. 1 for 2 with a double. Jefferson with the windup. Here's the pitch to Lemon. And that's going to be a line drive. 5-ball left field. Back goes Baylor at the track. Makes the catch. Home run 1-7. out with the 11. 2 outs. Here's Soderholm, 0 for 2, ground out and fly out. Jefferson with the windup. Here's the pitch. Fly ball left field. Baylor is there, and Jesse Jefferson's going up. What is it? Going to the east side. We played 7, 1-0 Toronto. 1-5-0 for Toronto, 0-4-1 for Chicago. So here we go. Cardi, Mayberry, Velez. Schuler with the windup. Here's the pitch to Cardi, and that's a strikeout, 1 away. Mayberry the batter. Ron Schuler staying in there for now with the dangerous Velez on deck. They'll stay what they have, and that's a walk. Now let's see what they do with Velez. Do they bat him here? He's less lethal against righties. Schuler worked from the stretch. Here's the pitch. They'll pitch to him, and he gets a single 1-10. Line drive, Soderholm for the second out. Big play. Now here's Orge. You need to get him out of that lineup. He's 0 for 3, reached on an error. Schuler from the stretch, and there's the pitch to Orge. And that's a ground ball to first. Hit at Lamar Johnson. Tough play for Lamar. He makes a nice play. How about that? Lamar Johnson dove, got it, pitched it to Ron Schuler. And we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Toronto 1, Chicago 0. 1-5-0, and walking up the east side is Jesse Jefferson. Kessinger, Nahan, Rodney, and Gar. So Jefferson looks in from the side. Here's a pitch to Kessinger. That's a ground ball to third. Tough play for Howell. He does not get it. That's a base hit. Howell knocked it down. No play. So now a man on in the bottom of the 8th inning is Don Kessinger. He is a shortstop. Greg Pryor can go in there. We'll see if Chicago has some on their bench that can possibly run. That could be Bob Molinaro. We'll see what they have, what kind of running speed Bobby has. Ooh, he does have good numbers, so Molinaro may run in this case. Greg Pryor will go in and play shortstop. So Molinaro will come in and run for Kessinger. I think he's on, isn't he? Kessinger's in. So let's see if we can. There it is. So Bob Molinaro is on. Let's see what they decide to do. This is going to be a -2 to the first number, and they don't take him out. 39% says steal, and he doesn't get it. Jesse Jefferson held him on tight. Runner on first, nobody out for Nana Rodney. Does he know how to bunt? I believe the answer is nah. No, he's a C, and they're playing the corners in. So you try to drop a ball down on a D. Nana Rodney will swing. Does not want a double play here. Jefferson from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that will be a ground ball to third. Roy Howell again, 3E27. That's a fielder's choice. And Nahana Rodney will be on. So the fast runner is now off the bases. And here's Ralph Gar, 1 for 3. Jefferson from the stretch. Runner on first, 1 out, and the pitch. That will be a base hit left field. They will not run Nahana Rodney. He'll hold right there. Whitesoxs with 2 on and 1 out for Jorge Oria. 1 for 2. Jefferson from the stretch. 2 on, 1 out. Here's the pitch. And that will be a ground ball to third. Goes to first and gets the force out. So now the White Sox with the tying run at third and Nahana Rodney. Orta's on at first to 2 outs. Let's see if Orta, no, they say they're giving Orta the auto run. Again, yeah, gets it on the 6. Picked on a 5. So let's see. Do we roll the 5? Oh, we don't? Okay. First and third, 2 outs for Lamar Johnson. Jesse Jefferson holding on to his starting gig right now from the stretch. Toronto has to have that bullpen ready. And the pitch popped a second. Orge with the play. We'll go to the 9th. It is 1-0 Toronto. Holy cow. So Greg Pryor will come in. And now this is going to be what's called in game, folks, a double switch. So Ralph Gar is a 4. So Bob Molinaro will go and play left field. You don't do double switches in some other channels. And then Greg Pryor will go and play shortstop. So he'll go in the leadoff position. Does he want to pitch to him? Light hitting guys in his Toronto lineup. So Ron Schuler will try to finish it. Schuler with the windup. Here's the pitch to Gomez. That's a fly ball center field. Lemon with the play. 1 away. Now Rick Cerrone 0 for 2 with a walk. Here's the pitch to Cerrone. That's a fly ball left field. Molinaro in there makes the catch, 2 outs. And here's Rick Bosetti 1 for 2 with a couple walks. Schuler with the windup and the pitch. Ground ball to third. Soderholm throws him out. Let's go to the bottom of the ninth. Toronto 1, Chicago nothing. Last licks. Here we go. So last licks for the White Sox. And it's going to be Bonds, Bloomberg, and Lemon. Good power here. Let's see if Bonds can do something. He's here in the Boo Birds right now. Jefferson with the windup. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a walk, and that could be almost be his fatigue. Here's Bloomberg. Let's see if they go to a lefty here. Jefferson from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Bloomberg. And Bloomberg gets a line drive base hit. That will tire Jefferson. And the White Sox now runners at first and third. Chet Lemon up. You know the Blue Jays have to go to the bullpen here. And it's going to be Mike Willis. So no record, 6.75 ERA, 2 hits over an inning pitch and 2 strikeouts. And the Blue Jays will bring the infield in. Willis, a lefty, will pitch to Lemon. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a line drive. No, at Gomez, single one to 12, rolled to 18. But now here's Soderholm. He murders lefties normally. Let's see if they'll do the 3 pit. I've been wanting just to do the 3 batter minimum. I think it makes it a little more fair. Let's see if I did that. Will they switch Willis out? Willis from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Soderholm. And that's going to be a walk, and the bases are loaded now with 1 out. And now here's Molinaro, who doesn't hit lefties. Oh, so that double switch ended up hurting me. Let's see who is left in this bullpen who can play left field effectively. If you say effectively on this team, the White Sox do not come to mind. Let's see. Alan Bannister can play. Hector Cruz can come play, but they hit righties much better. Well, the best hitter on this bench is Wayne Nordhagen. So he'll come in and swing for Molinaro here, and we'll make a swap if we have to. So here is Nordhagen. 4 for 9, a double on the year, 1 out, Willis from the stretch, and the pitch. That will be a line drive at Orge, and the White Sox just can't get a break. So now with 2 outs, Bill Naharan up. This is where you bring a relief pitcher in. Naharan just mauls lefties. Let's see if they do that. Wills from the stretch, bases loaded, 2 outs. Toronto hanging to a 1-0 lead, and the pitch. And that will be a ground ball to second. Ooh, Orge, a 4-E32. If he feels this game is over. He doesn't. This game is tied. Here's the play. No, it's a base hit. We're tied. So Orge cannot come up with it. We're tied at 1. That's all my voice needed was extra innings. Now here's Greg Pryor. He comes in. Only had 2 at-bats on the season. Let's see if Toronto goes to a new pitcher. And they will. They'll go to Todd Murphy. 1 save, no ERA, 3 innings pitched, 4 hits. Murphy from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Pryor. That's a ground ball back to the pitcher. We go to the 10th inning. So Alan Bannister will now come in. He will come in and play left field. Oh, boy, top 10. So Schuler probably is done. Well, he's doing okay. Let's see what happens. Baylor, Howell, and Carty. Free baseball in game 1. Schuler to Baylor. Here's the pitch. That will be a base hit. That's a start. That's a triple for Bob Baylor. So what a start for the Blue Jays in the 10th. So the White Sox will bring the infield in here. Schuler from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Howell. And that's going to be a base. That's going to be deep. That's going to be far. And that is gone. So Roy Howell goes far, deep, and gone. 3-1 Toronto. So a 2-run homer by Howell. And now Schuler with the pitch to Carty. Line drive to short. 1 away. Here's Mayberry. Schuler with the windup and the pitch. Walked him 1 away. Schuler from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Velez. That will be a walk. Jesus, 2 on and 1 out. Schuler losing all effectiveness. Schuler from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Orge. And that's a fly ball center field. Lemon will be there. 2 outs. And now here's Schuler to Gomez. Here's the pitch. And that's a ground ball to second. And he only gives up 2. We go to the bottom of the 10th. 3-1 Blue Jays. Orta, Johnson, Bonds. Murphy at the windup. Here's the pitch. That will be a base hit. Here come the White Sox. Tying runner on for Lamar Johnson. He's 0 for 4. Murphy from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's a ground ball to second. Orge is a 4. Again, he gets a base hit. This time it goes through the outfield. That gets Orta to third, and it's first and third. So Orge's defense is killing the Blue Jays. First and third, no outs for Bonds. Can the White Sox walk this off? Murphy from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that will be a strikeout for Bonds as he hears the Boo Birds. Here's Bloomberg, 2 for 4. Murphy from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's a strikeout for Murphy, 2 outs. Now here's Chet Lemon down to the last licks again for the White Sox. Murphy from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Base hit, Chet Lemon. It's now 3-2. And Tom Murphy's now officially tired. 3-2 Toronto for Eric Soderholm. Let's see if Toronto has someone to bring in. Murphy from the stretch, and they'll pitch to him tired. Here's the pitch, and it's a line drive base hit. It's a 3-3 ball game. This time they get the 1-5 single odds and roll the 3. So now here's Alan Bannister. We're 3-3 in the 10th. Murphy from the stretch. Now they'll go to a new pitcher. Wow, Dave Wallace comes in, and his card is crap. So Wallace from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Bannister. And this ball game is over. The White Sox will walk this off 4-3 with a 3-run 10th inning. The White Sox win. The White Sox win. So the White Sox get their first win of the year. They're 1-3. The Blue Jays drop a tough one. They're 2-2. Winning pitcher is Schuler. Good ball game. 3 2/3, 2 hits, 2 runs. Gave up that home run. Losing pitcher went to Tom Murphy. 1 inning, 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned. Again, not a good bullpens for either team. Doubles by Mayberry and Lemon. Triples by Baylor. Home run by Roy Howell. For the Blue Jays, who were 3 runs on 7 hits. Bob Baylor had 2 hits for the White Sox. They had 13 hits, 2 hits by Gar, 2 hits by Orta, 2 hits by Bloomberg, 2 hits by Lemon. White Sox 4-13-1, Blue Jays 3-7-0. Well, folks, I know we're going to be right in between the RJL game of the night. But let's go ahead and play the second game. We're a doubleheader and see how we do. It will be live from Arlington Stadium, the Detroit Tigers and the Texas Rangers. So let's go ahead and get these players out on the field. Go ahead and hit play ball here. So far, it's going to be the 1-2 Tigers taking on the 0-3 Rangers. It will be Dave Rosen on the mound against the Doc Medich. Go ahead and get this started. We'll go ahead and play in the ballpark they have here, even though I'm not a huge fan of it, just so we can get things started here. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. Let's get a second game of a doubleheader. As Ernie Banks says, let's play 2. So let's play a doubleheader baseball. So now here's Ron LaFleur for the Tigers. LaFleur, Mankiewicz, Staub, Thompson, Kemp, Corcoran, May, Whitaker, Tremmel against Doc Medich. And for the Rangers, Oliver, Beniquez, Washington, Hara, Campaneris, Wills, Hargrove, and then Sundberg and Doc Medich. So Doc Medich on the mound. Here's a pitch to LaFleur. And LaFleur, line drive, caught one away. Does a single on a 1-2, a 20, stops that. Here's Phil Mankowski. 3 for 6. Medich, a right-hander. Here's the pitch to Mankowski. That's a fly ball to center. Beniquez there, 2 outs. And now here's Rusty Staub. So far struggling, 12 at-bats, only hitting $167. Medich with the wind-up. Here's the pitch to Staub. And Staub walks with 1 away. Here's Jason Thompson. He's 4 for 12 so far, a double and a homer. Medich from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Thompson. And Thompson is a drive to right field. Back goes Washington. Makes the catch. And the side is retired. Here in Texas, ballpark singles 1-7. Home runs only a 1-5. So bottom of the first, here's Hargrove, followed by Campaneris and Oliver. Dave Rosenthal on the mound, his first outing. Again, over 200 innings pitched. Rosenthal with the windup. Here's the pitch to Hargrove. And Hargrove hits a line drive base hit, so Hargrove is on. Rosenthal from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Campy. Bert Campaneris hitting 143, 1 for 7. That ball was hit 4-10, hit to the shortstop, hit at Tremmel. He's a 2, he's 17. He turns the double play. He goes to his buddy Whitaker to Thompson for a double play, 2 away. And here's Al Oliver. Rosenthal with the windup. Here's the pitch to Oliver. And Oliver with the line drive caught by the second baseman, Whitaker. And we played an inning here in Texas. Tigers nothing and the Rangers nothing. So here's Kemp, followed by Corcoran and May. So far, Steve Kemp is 4 for 12. Minutes with the windup. Here's the pitch to Kemp. That'll be a ground ball back to the pitcher, 1 away. Here's Tim Corcoran. He's 2 for 4. Minutes with the windup. Here's the pitch to Corcoran. And that's a line drive plus injury. And that'll do it for Tim Corcoran. So he'll be done for the day. So now here's Milt May, the batter. Milt May swings, struck him out. So they go to John Wackenfuss to play right field. So their outfield is really bad right now. We'll see how that affects them. Here's Richie Zisk. He so far is 3 for 12. Rosenthal at the windup. Here's the pitch to Zisk. And that's a ground ball to second. Hit at Sweet Lou Whitaker. Makes the play, 1 away. That is a nice looking infield up the middle for the Tigers. Here's Toby Hara. Toby Hara, 4 for 12. Rosenthal with the windup. Here's the pitch to Hara. And popped up to first. Thompson with the play. 2 outs. And here's Claudell Washington. 3 for 9 home run RBI. Rosenthal with the windup. Here's a pitch to Washington. And that's a fly ball center field. The floor is there. Makes the catch. And we play 2. No score. Here's Whitaker. 0 for 3. He's only been up 3 times this year so far. Minutes with the windup. Here's the pitch to Whitaker. And that'll be a strikeout, 1 away here in the third. Here's Alan Tremmel. He's only been up 4 times with a hit. Minutes with the windup. Here's the pitch to Allen. And that's going to be a strikeout to Tremmel. He struck out both Whitaker and Tremmel. And now here's Ron LaFleur. Minutes with the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a line drive caught by Campaneris. 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the third. We're going fast here in Arlington. And we have no score. So bottom of the third. Let's go back to baseball here. It will be Beniquez followed by Wills and Sundberg. Rosenthal the windup. Here's the pitch to Beniquez. And that's a fly ball center field. The floor is there. It makes the catch. Rosenthal the windup. Here's Bump Wills, only hitting $167. And the pitch has a home run. And he hits a line drive caught by Whitaker. 2 outs. Here's Sundberg. Sundberg so far 4 for 12. Rosenthal with the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a pop-up to first. Thompson is there, makes the catch. We played 3, no score. Here's Phil Mankowski. Minutes with a windup to Mankowski. And Mankowski, the liner, 1 away. Here's Staub. Minutes with a windup and the pitch to Staub. And that's going to be a walk to Staub, so he's walked a couple times. Here's Jason Thompson, flied out his first time up. Medic working from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Jason Thompson. And that's a line drive to the shortstop, Campaneris, 2 outs. Now here's Steve Kemp. So far, 13 at-bats, has a double, hitting the ball quite well. Medic from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Kemp. And that's going to be a base hit for Steve Kemp. Staub the third. First and third, 2 outs for John Wackenfuss. First at-bat of the year for John. Doesn't hit in the clutch at all, so this could be a miserable at-bat. Medic from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Wackenfuss. And yes, he popped it up, and he found one of the anti-hits. Retires aside. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Detroit nothing, and the Rangers nothing. So now here's Mike Hargrove. Game blowing by here in Arlington, Texas. Second game of our baseball night in America doubleheader, 1978 Stratomatic, 1978 American League replay. Rosenthal with the windup. Here's the pitch to Hargrove. That will be a line drive base hit for Hargrove. So Hargrove is on bottom of the fourth. We'll see if he wants to run. I believe I am running Texas. That is the game. Yep, I'm playing as a home team unless they're the Yankees, kind of a Ron Junkett type thing. Let's see if Hargrove wants to run. He can go. He doesn't get the lead. Again, I don't get the lead. So Rosema from the stretch, and Campaneris is up. He's one of my guys. So we'll go ahead and bunt him. I won't even look at what his rating is. He always knows. Oh, and he beats it out. So Burt Campaneris lays one perfectly down. Milkman and Rosema have a communication problem, and Burt Campaneris beats it. So the Rangers, first and second, nobody out for Oliver. So Rosema from the stretch. Here is the pitch to Al Oliver. And that's going to be a deep drive to right center field. That ball is deep. That ball is far. You can kiss it goodbye. Al Oliver. He's wearing the number 0. Or like most announcers will say, he's wearing the number O for Oliver. 3-0 Rangers. So a big home run by Oliver. Rangers really needed that. They've been struggling. Rosema with the windup to Zisk. And that's going to be a liner, but it's caught by Tremmel with one away. Here's Toby Harrah. He's 0 for 1. Rosema from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Harrah. And that's going to be a liner for a base hit for Harrah. So Harrah's on. He's got some more wheels. Let's see if he gets. He does. He gets stolen second. So Harrah steals second with one out. Here's Claudell Washington now. Rosema from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a line drive in the gap. That's a triple for Claudell Washington. Rangers lead 4-0, and that could be the beginning of the end for Dave Rosema. Rosema from the stretch, 4-0, one out. Here's the pitch to Beniquez. And that's going to be hit by pitch, but he stays in the game. Oof, that's a lucky call, so one away. Here's Bump Wills, now with one away. Rosema from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And there it is, ground ball to second. The infield was in, but they'll get him. So we go to the top of the fifth. It is 4-0 Texas. So now with Doc Medich on the mound, the 4-0 lead. Milt May comes up, followed by Whitaker and Tremmel. Here's the pitch to Milt May. And that's a base hit. So Milt May's on with a single. Now here's Lou Whitaker. Whitaker steps up. Medich from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Lou. That will be a line drive base hit, first and third, Tigers. So now the Tigers mounting a comeback. Here's Alan Tremmel. Medich from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That will be a fly ball center. Beniquez is there. May will score, and it's 4-1, Texas. So now here's LaFleur with one out. Medich from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third. Fielder's choice, which means they can run Ron LaFleur here at will. Let's see what happens. Medich from the stretch. Nope, they won't run him. Here's the pitch. Single 1-7, caught by Wills. Tigers only get one out of that. It's 4-1 Texas going to the bottom of the fifth. Rosema stays in. Here's the pitch to Sundberg. And that's going to be a liner. No, caught by the second baseman, one away. Here's Hargrove, 2 for 2, a couple singles. Rosema from the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball center field. That's a play for LaFleur, and he makes it 2 away. And there's Burt Campaneris. Campaneris has grounded out into a double play and beat out a bunt. Rosema with the windup. Here's a pitch to Campaneris. That's a single at center field for Campy, 2 for 3. So now here's Al Oliver, a big 3-run homer back in the fourth. Rosema from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be another line drive base hit. Oliver with another hit. First and second, 2 outs. Here's Zisk. Rosema from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And there's your strikeout to end the inning. We played 5. It's 4-1 Texas, heading to the top of the 6th inning. Medich looks in, pitches to Staub. He's 0 for 0 and a couple walks, and he ground ball to short. Campaneris throws him out, and there's one away. Medich with the windup. Here's the pitch to Thompson. Thompson, he'll get hurt too. Beniquez with the play, and he is. He'll go sit. Another injury for the Tigers. Medich with the windup. Here's the pitch to Kemp. And Kemp ground ball to second. New first baseman is Mickey Stanley. So bottom of the 6th, 4-1 Texas. Again, injuries are only for the game only. And kind of a Ron Junkett type thing or David Demos since these are as-played lineups. Rosema with the windup. Here's the pitch to Harrah. And that's going to be a line drive caught, one away. Here's Claudell Washington. Rosema with the windup and pitch. That's going to be another line drive to deep right field. Back goes Walkenfuss, back and gone. 5-1. Home run, Claudell Washington. 5-1 Rangers. Rosema looks on. Here's the pitch to Beniquez. And Beniquez hits a liner right at Mankowski, 2 outs. Rosenthal at the windup. Here's a pitch to Wills, and he gets a walk, so Wills is on. So we'll try to run him. 42% says yes, and he gets thrown out by Sunbird. Thrown out like a thief in the night. We go to the top of the 7th. It's 5-1 Texas. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate that. Thank you for everyone coming in for the second game of our Baseball Night in America doubleheader. You first watched the Toronto Bluejays and the Chicago Whitesoxs, a very exciting matchup. This is game 2 between the Detroit Tigers and the Texas Rangers. So now we go back to the game. Top of the 7th, 5-1 Texas. And now here's Walkenfuss, May, and Whitaker. Matic with the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's a single left field. Nobody with no with no clutch rating. That's a base hit for Walkenfuss. So now here's Milt May, 1 for 2 with the run scored. Matic from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. Walkenfuss will make his way to second, 1 away. Here's Whitaker, 1 for 2. So far, the Rangers are out hitting the Tigers 9-4, and they're winning this game 5-1. No one's committed an error so far. Matic from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Whitaker. And that's going to be a base hit for Whitaker. First and third one out. And now here's Tremmel. We're in the 7th inning. This could be the situation to get him out of there, too. Matic from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Tremmel. And that will be a pop up to second. Wills waits for it, makes the catch, and there's 2 quick outs. Here's LaFleur, doesn't hit well in the clutch, loses 3 big hits in the 1 column. Matic from the stretch, first and third, 2 outs. That is going to be a strikeout and good 7 innings from Doc Matic, 5-1 Texas. Rosemont with the windup. Here's the pitch to Sunbird. Line drive the third one away. Here's Hargrove. Rosemont with the windup. Here's a pitch to Hargrove, 2 for 3 so far. That's a fly ball to the left, and Kemp is there. Here's Campaneris, 2 for 3, 2 singles, including a bunt hit. Rosemont with the windup. Here's the pitch to Campaneris. And Campaneris with a base hit. Campaneris is 3 for 4. Now let's see if we can run. Bert Campaneris, no, doesn't get the lead. So bottom of the 7th, here's Oliver, 2 for 3 on the big 3-run homer and a single. Rosemont from the stretch in the pitch. That will be a ground ball to second. Good play there by Whitaker. We go to the 8th. Doc Matic is going to stay in there. 171 innings on the year, less than a hit for an innings pitch. So he'll stay in there and try to get the shutout here or get the win. He's up by 4 in the 8th. It will be Mankowski, Staub, and Stanley. Matic with the windup. Here's the pitch to Mankowski. And that's a line drive to right field. Back goes Washington, makes the catch, 1 away. Here's Staub. 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Matic with the windup and the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit deep over Beniquez's head. That's a stand-up double for Staub. Runner on second, 1 out for Mickey Stanley, the veteran. He's only been up 1 time this year. Matic from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Stanley. And Stanley strikes out, 2 outs. And now here's Kemp. So Matic looks in, gets the sign. Can we get 8 strong innings from Doc Matic? Pitch to Kemp is a fly ball to center field. Beniquez is there, makes the catch, and Doc Matic is given the Texas Rangers